Okay, next we wanted to cover the two logos that we have created for Peace for All. And we created two logos for both regions that we will be communicating Peace for All to. The logo on the left will be for the United States of America, and the logo on the right will be for India. Now, one important thing to note right away before we get into further discussion is that we kept a consistent theme from our flyer we created into the logo. So if you remember, our flyer used the colors of yellow and green, which we'll talk about again here in a moment, and the image of a handshake in the American flyer. And similarly, in the India flyer, we used the colors orange and blue and the symbol of Namaste. So that's important because we want to make sure we have a consistent theme and consistent correlation between all our types of advertising and imagery that we show. So first, let's talk about what makes these logos different. So on the logo on left for America, we use the colors yellow and the color green. So once again, according to marketing specialist Frank Schwab and Kimberly Kaufman, and international color symbolism, in America, yellow represents happiness, joy, and hope, and green represents new birth, regeneration. So we want to talk about a hopeful future and the rebirth we have within our culture to have a more um, open environment where we don't have to worry about this racial prejudice. Additionally, we're using the imagery and the symbol of a handshake in America and Western culture that represents respect. So we wanted to use the symbol of a handshake for there. When we go over to the right logo, that's the logo we're going to use in India. So we use the color orange and blue. Orange represents the most sacred color. It represents purity and courage. So we have to be courageous to make these changes. And then blue represents love, truth, and bravery once again. You can also see that the generic symbol of Namaste in the middle there is orange, which also represents the sacred color of purity and courage. And that's again from Frank Schwab and Kimberly Kaufman and their international color symbolism. One extra thing you see is behind the handshake and behind the namaste, both of those colors are white. White actually is universal between both um, areas, both America and India, to represent purity and peace. So you wanted to use that imagery. And then lastly, one important part about the logo is that we can easily change the visual from being seen in a large presentation like a billboard down to a small image like on a phone. So this logo is simple enough that we can minimize it and maximize it, still catch all of the imagery and symbolism that we want, but not impact the visual that we're presenting.